1 of the article written by Professor Marcus Templar, which was titled Ancient Macedonia and Its People. I would like to continue with part 2 of his long essay today, as well as the subsequent Sunday. Part 2. The accusations that the Macedonians were barbarians began in Athens and were the result of political fabrications based on the Macedonian way of life and not on their ethnicity or language. The Athenian orator Demosthenes travelled to Macedonia twice for a total of 9 months and knew what language the Macedonians spoke. It is obvious from the text that the name-calling of Demosthenes was clearly an epithet directed to Philip II on a personal level. Accusations from one politician to another do not apply to the people of a region or the entire state. These attacks were purely personal. Simply to put, Demosthenes hated Philip because of political considerations, because he wanted Athens and Thebes to lead the Greeks, not Macedonia, whose king Philip II was a sworn enemy of Athens and democracy. Demosthenes called Philip barbarian, a very common and humiliating term directed at a Greek. Barbarian was the epithet of a non-Greek or someone who spoke an incomprehensible language. The lexicon Liddell and Scott dictionary include a number of examples in which the word barbarian in antiquity did not necessarily mean a foreigner or non-Greek speaker. It exactly states, after the Persian Wars, the word barbarian took contemptuous meaning, with the meaning of peasant, uneducated, monstrous, as in Aristophanes, Plato, Thucydides, Xenophon, and Anabasis. Nevertheless, dear friends, regarding Demosthenes addressing Philip as barbarian, even Bedian does not find it strange, stating, it may have nothing to do with historical fact, any more than the orator's tirades against their personal enemies usually have. He is correct because it is well known that the profession of a lobbyist is nothing new. In the ancient Greek world, a lobbyist was also a representative of another state, tribal or not, and because of it he was called proxenos, which was a political and diplomatic post. It is the equivalent of the present-day ambassador. During that time, the Boeotian Thrason, employed by the Athenians, represented Athens' interests in Thebes, and the Athenian Demosthenes, the orator, represented the interest of Thebes in Athens. At that point, Thebes' power was on the rise, and if Athens and Thebes were allied, the only power they had to consider was Macedonia. Demosthenes' job as a paid representative of Thebes included his duty to discredit Philip II, and the only way to do it was by attacking him on a personal level. This is the reason why Demosthenes calls Demosthenes a Theban lobbyist and a traitor to Athenian interests. For someone like Demosthenes, who inherited so much money but he was left penniless, money was a prime motivator to call the person who directly threatened his welfare, as Philip did, a barbarian. Due to the fact that the speech took place after the Persian Wars, the term barbarian had the meaning of crude and monstrous. We shall continue with part 3 next week, dear friends.